present the world premiere production of Rebecca Redshaw's Four Women, starring Marianne Trowbridge.
Dear Miss Cabot Knox, we have never met, but I have recently found letters that confirm that your brother, Robert Cabot, is my biological father. I am not a nutcase or profiteer. My name is Christina Wells, and I am 56 years old. My mother, Sherry Anderson, is struggling with Alzheimer's, and in going through her things after the move to the assisted living facility, I came across 3 letters and a photograph that lead me to believe that although Marcus Anderson, the man I believe to be my father, was devoted to both my mother and me, that your brother, Robert, was an intimate part of my mother's life. I don't know if you will respond to this letter. I hope so. In piecing together this missing part of my life, it would be wonderful to know as much as possible. Sincerely, Christina Wells.
Oh, my. Oh, I can't tell you how surprised I was to receive this letter. First of all, the only mail I get anymore is junk. All those bogus credit card applications with frequent flyer miles. I grew up in the shadow of those mountains, ran to all corners of the 40 acres every summer. Mother and father are buried in the family plot at the far end of the driveway, along with Grandma and Grandpa Cabot. Oh, and on the other side of the stockade fence are countless little graves of robins that flew into windows, and stray cats that harsh winters got the best of. Oh, and all the dogs, all the dogs that became members of the family over the years. Do you realize how many dogs I've outlived? As soon as I met Vera, I knew she was the best thing in the world for my little brother of 62 years. And she brought him great joy for the next 20. Robbie was undergoing a quadruple bypass when his heart gave out. Vera rode the train from New York to Boston that very day to tell me in person. Robbie was all I had left. You know, I don't envy Christina. Her challenge finding out about her father. Seems to me life would have been much easier if she'd never heard of Robert Cabot and had just given the man who raised her his due. But she asked. So I'll try to help her as best I can.
I'm trying to piece together the early years of my parents' lives and would like to know as much as possible about Robert, whom I recently learned is my biological father.
Well,
In your letter, you asked if my dad knew how to get in touch with Robert. Did he? Did you know my mother, Sherry? Did you ever reconnect with Robert or Marcus? I would love to talk with you about the time you spent together. If there's a convenient time that we may talk, I would be happy to call you. Sincerely, Christina Wells.
well, back in my day. Well, this gal's still got it. Y'all can keep your AARP membership and your senior citizen discount. And if there are any Boy Scouts within the sound of my voice, don't bother helping me across the street. I ballroom dance 3 nights a week, and I teach roller skating on Saturday morning. Remember, I mentioned Jimmy Lunsford's orchestra? Well, one night, their rickety old bus pulled into the parking lot, and Jimmy himself came in and he asked T. Willie if the boys in his band could more or less play for their supper. The only thing those boys did better than put away rings was play swing. That's the way I met Cy Oliver. Cy Oliver? Well, if you don't know him, you should. When he wasn't playing a sweet trumpet or singing one of his hits, here's one. This is one of his, and you'll all know this. Let's see. Just Molly and me. Remember that? And baby makes three. Rock-buddy-doo, we're heading for my... It goes too low for me. Now, the other one. Here's another one. He used to play this all the time. Ain't she sweet? Just walking down the street. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't you sweet? How about that? Oh, you know too why I mind that night so well. That night Jimmy Lunsford's orchestra came to town. That's the night I met Bobby Cat. Yes, sirree. How could a young thing not fall in love? Hearing that beat, feeling that beat. I never heard from Marcus and never heard back, and after a while I just figured memories are better left as is. Marcus was a good guy, mostly quiet, better of the two on the dance floor. But Bobby, whew, Bobby was the father I never knew. He was the big brother I never had. And he was the lover that graced my dreams. Huh. What can I tell this woman about a man I knew almost 60 years ago? I have no idea. I only know it'd be a lot easier if we were sitting face to face at the corner saloon with the oldies playing in the background.
Mom, do you remember a man named Robert Cabot? He was a soldier with Daddy during the war. You know, I love both you and Daddy, and I'm a grown woman now. And I want to learn the truth about my life and your life before it's too late. I wish I could be with you always. You know that, don't you? But I have to work. I'll come as soon as I can, but for now, would you try to remember Robert Cabot, the war days, before you and Daddy were married? I love you, Mommy. Christina.
Robert? Not sure I would have married Marcus if it hadn't been for the baby. Marcus was a very good father. He
some of my questions may seem trivial, but all I have are 3 letters, 1 old photograph, and a few memories I've pieced together from Elizabeth, my mother, and Lucy Larkin, a friend from his army days. I would be very grateful if we could meet and talk about your life with him. Sincerely, Christina Wells.
Andrew, hold my calls. I know the deadline is looming. Buzz me in half an hour. I have something I need to take care of. Christina. Dear Christina. What's eerie is I think I understand this woman. Not knowing who you are or who your parents were can be disconcerting. That I know. Robert's sister, Elizabeth, she's such a dear. When she phoned to tell me about Christina's letter, she wanted to be sure I would not be upset. When we first met, I knew she had reservations about my marrying her brother. After all, I was a junior executive in her brother's company. Not fresh off the boat, but definitely off the boat. I arrived in the United States with suitcase in hand at age 24, $500 to my name, and a piece of paper with my cousin Angelo's phone number. His parents, my adopted family, still live in Italy. Actually, Robert and I visited them on our honeymoon. He was anxious to see where I had grown up. Said he wanted to meet the beautiful people I call family. I don't know how the buzz about our office romance, as such as it was, started, but our relationship was not consummated until months after that Chinese dinner. But months later, when he dismissed everyone from a staff meeting except me, I knew something had changed. I remember shuffling through my file and saying, I have an update on the Taylor account. And he said, marry me. I was stunned. I said, excuse me? He stepped in front of my chair and he tilted my chin up like this, and he leaned down and he kissed me. And he said, I have only been waiting forever to do that. Well, I just blurted out 3 things. Are you divorced? Do you have any idea what you're getting into? Do you love me? It was yes, yes, and yes. You know, 1,000 questions raced through my mind, but the one that I came up with next, will I lose my job? I can still hear him laugh. Somehow, I always seemed able